pomp. Generally, pageant contestants who promote family values can't lose. Except in the case of our number 9 beauty queen gone wrong, Sara Lawrence.
I grew up in this very house in Kingston, and growing up, family was very, very important to me. So even at an early stage in life, everything I did or everything I thought, the values instilled was deeply grounded in what was taught to me by my family.
Sara graduated high school and attended college in Virginia. After getting her degree, Sara was ready for new challenges.
Growing up, my parents were very strong on getting my academics down, and so pageants and stuff like that weren't in the forefront of my mind. However, I decided, I just wanted to go ahead and give it what I could, and went ahead, and Miss Jamaica was my first pageant, and the first title won.
Beauty pageants are extremely popular in Jamaica. From the moment you're crowned, you become an immediate celebrity.
In early 2006, the newly crowned Miss Jamaica was ready to take on the world.
Winning Miss Jamaica was a really high point in my life. I felt wonderful. I felt, I'm ready now. I have the opportunity to go out there and represent my country. So it was an overwhelming feeling of responsibility and appreciation.
Sara's victory qualified her to compete in the Miss World competition in Warsaw, Poland in August 2006.
I went into the Miss World just like I went into Miss Jamaica. I'm just going to do my best. Not for me, but for my country. To know that in this auditorium in Warsaw, Poland, Jamaican flags were waving in the crowds and Jamaica's flag was projected on the screens.
Out of the 106 contestants, the Jamaican beauty finished in the top 6. After the Miss World pageant, Sara continued her duties back home.
I had the honor to go to many courtesy calls, whether it's to offices or ministries or the Governor General, which was wonderful for me.
Even before her pageant success, Sara maintained a serious romantic relationship with her boyfriend.
I've known him from the beginning of time. He's a lifelong friend of mine. Our relationship has evolved, and in the last couple of years, the dynamics have changed.
Halfway through Sara's reign as Miss Jamaica, the couple discovered news that would change everything.
I found out I was pregnant several months after returning from the Miss World competition.
Most women would be thrilled with the news. Not so for a pageant queen.
She came to me, to the Observer, and told me that she was pregnant. We ran the story. It was front page, it was huge.
The requirements are you cannot be a mother at the time you compete. But if you win, you cannot become pregnant while you're a title holder.
The reason that the whole pregnancy rule is put into the pageants, I believe, first and foremost, is because your year is so demanding. How in the heck are you gonna be traveling all around the world, doing all these events when you've got a 9-month belly on you?
Being pregnant, there's just no way to do that job and to be responsible to both parties, to your child and to the organization.
They don't want you to be pregnant, they don't want you to be married, and they don't want the scandal behind it either.
But once I found out about my pregnancy, I naturally confided in those whose support I needed most. So that was my parents, my family, and close friends.
After consulting with pageant officials, Sara faced a difficult choice: end her pregnancy or relinquish her crown.
Obviously, there was a plethora of emotions that went through. There's the fear and the anxiety. Also, just anticipating what was to come. However, underlying all of that was my conviction as what needed to be done in the situation at the time, and that was to keep my child.
She understood the contract. The contract was broken. She came forward, she said, listen, this is the situation, and I plan to have my child. This deafening silence came from the pageant organizers.
The Jamaica pageant officials, they were surprised initially, and they were willing to take whatever course of action I wanted to. And that was pretty much to go out and express to the media and the public that I'm relinquishing my crown because of my pregnancy.
Sara released a statement in March 2007.
It was considered scandalous.
Soon, scandal turned into overwhelming support for Sarah's decision.
She came clean, she was honest. They just really accepted her decision to have her child. And they applauded that decision.
I was so glad to know that the overall sentiment of the Jamaican people was that of they expressed their support. And my boyfriend, he was also extremely supportive. He was there from the beginning.
Officials from the Miss Jamaica pageant also seemed to be on Sarah's side. She was allowed to retain her title and serve out her term.
You've got to be wise to the ways of the world. And it was an excellent diplomatic move, I think.
But when it was time to crown her successor, Sarah was a no-show. She had other duties to attend to.
My child was born on August 25, 2007, and that was actually the day of the Miss Jamaica coronation show, where I was supposed to be handing over to the next girls. So it was very ironic and poetic. When I look at my child and I look at my blessings from God, I'm just very grateful, and I'd go through it again and again for him.
Coming up,
Give the spin.